Hello, and welcome to the Charterstone Times, an award-winning investigative journalism and local gossip podcast, bringing you the latest news from the Santa Royale Charterstone apartment complex. Here, we aim to be your in-depth source for all going-ons in the Merryworth universe. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Charterstone Times. Today is Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. It is the second day of the week, and we here at the Charterstone Times hope that you are having a lovely one, full of excitement and fun. Some residents of the Charterstone apartment complex, unfortunately, are not having such a great week. These would include Wilbur Weston, who is currently on a very awkward date with Megan, having forgotten his wallet. How will this date finish? When we last saw them, Megan had ditched Wilbur to make a date with the waiter. Wilbur continued to wait at the table, thinking to himself that Megan has taken a long time and wondering where she went. She stood 4 feet away behind him in plain view, exchanging phone numbers with a random waiter. Will Wilbur turn around and see the scene going on behind him? Or will she attempt to make Wilbur fall more in love with him? Let's find out. We find ourselves inside of Wilbur's home. The date has seemingly ended, and Wilbur stares at his fish tank, looking at Stellan and Willa, the only 2 living beings who can stand to be in the same room with him for more than 10 minutes, perhaps only because they cannot leave the room. Wilbur talks to the fish and tells them Stellan, Willa, that online date was a bust. She abandoned me at the restaurant table, having paid for their date. He starts to cry, saying, "I feel lonely and rejected." The fish look at him sadly. Will Wilbur's fish start to reject him as well? Will he attempt to feed them as they merely watch the food float to the bottom of the tank in an attempt to end their miserable existence and forced camaraderie with Wilbur Weston? We'll have to tune in tomorrow to find out. That's all for today's edition of the Charterstone Times. Thank you again, as always, for listening. I hope you will tune in tomorrow to see what else happens in the exciting world of the Charterstone Apartments and Merryworth.